Hello, guys and gals. This is DJ Xana
And Katie Sparks.
here for Truly Pointless Radio, episode 11. That golden boy did what? Yeah, so if the episode title doesn't really bring anything to the forefront, the topics for this show are going to be as follows. Animal Crossing New Leaf theories, Pokemon news, Belgium and, I meant to say Germany, but Sweden to ban loot crates in games. And this is where that title comes into play, because Golden Boy Logan Paul in trouble again. Google getting into consoles. Butch Hartman leaves Nickelodeon. GameStop having employees work holidays. And then we're going to have a debate of Sailor Moon Crystal versus original Sailor Moon. Which one's better? Animal Crossing Pocket Camp with New Leaf Connection. And then she's going to talk about Ultra Prism and what we want in the new Pokemon game and predictions for the Nintendo reveals this year. So, I guess
It's going to be a long show, so strap in and get yourselves a snack, because we're going to be here a while.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess we'll start this off with the most interesting topic, and that is Animal Crossing New Leaf theories.
So, these none of these are, like, proven, obviously, because they're theories, but we have a few theories into some of the backstories of some of the characters.
And
so, the first theory, we were giggling about this the other night. This is most of the Animal Crossing community, and so when you get the diving suit after you are able to go to the island, and you go to your hometown and you find a scallop, you will get visited by a character named Pascal. And Pascal will be like, hey man, how's about you give me that scallop you just caught? And you can either say, sure, here you go, or scram, you moocher. But if if you give it to him, he will give you... it'll be in your pocket, obviously, because you can't trade stuff off in the water. But he'll give you a rare item from the sea collection. And he'll be like, this day's righteous, man. And he'll be like, can I drop some words of wisdom on you? And then he'll put the scallop on his stomach and paddle on his back and swim through the water outside the ropes. So there's a theory that he's a stoner.
Or just, a straight up, hippie. Like the hippies of the 70s and 60s. I think that's pretty much what he's kind of a reference to.
The dog that also the dog that owns the trailer park in the new update is also a hippie, so.
Yeah, since supposedly someone found, like, a plant in his camper that kind of looks like a weed plant. Or at least in a playthrough I saw.
So, another one I wanted to talk about is, okay, so in the new update, this is different from any other Animal Crossing game. In the new update, Tom Nook owns the home store and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then his nephews run the shopping center.
Yeah, the TNT
If he's got nephews, he has to have a sister, right?
Yeah.
But we never ever see his sister.
Or his wife, for that matter, if he has one.
Well, he doesn't have to have a wife to have nephews, but he does have a sister who obviously had children. Maybe in Animal Crossing for the Switch we'll get to meet his sister. In my fan fiction that I wrote, I did write him a sister, by the way. So
yeah, because I never came across any mention of a sister for Tom Nook in Pocket Camp. So, and that's the latest Animal Crossing release as of yet.
That's why I said maybe for the Switch we'll see one.
Yeah.
And then...
Pokemon news.
Yeah.
Well, Gen 3 has just dropped in Pokemon Go this week. And, oh yeah, yesterday was the Love Disc Valentine's Day event. How did that go for you?
Love Disc and Chansey.
Yeah.
Although I didn't find any Chanseys, and I still need Chansey because I don't have Blissey yet.
Oh.
It wasn't this week, it was the week before. This week there was the second wave.
Oh, right.
Which means we got Rayquaza.
Yeah, so that might be one of the raid bosses. And I have a feeling
It is a raid boss.
Yeah, it's... I think that's probably going to be a 20-man raid.
Usually average is about 11 to 15.
For a legendary?
Yeah, they're strong.
That's what I was saying, 20. I guess I overshot that.
Just a tiny bit. Well, it depends on how strong your players are. But also, there's new outfit updates. You can now, in Pokemon Go, be a member of the OG or the Rainbow Team Rocket. The pants and the shirt, or skirt if you're a girl trainer, will run you about 400 Pokecoins each.
So that's
the belt
$4.
is, the belt, I think, is 100. And the gloves, I think, are 100. And the shoes, I think, are 200. And the hat, I think, is 200.
So, about 10, 11 American dollars. Real currency, so.
Unless you've been putting Pokemons in gyms left and right and not been using your Pokecoins.
Yeah. But, which I haven't really been able to do much since my neighborhood. Even if Instinct ever gets the gym, it's only for maybe about 4 hours, and then we're taken out by either Mystic, or it's always Mystic. Valor rarely comes up in the hood. Ever. It is rare if they ever do.
Which is ironic because I'm Team Valor, but...
Yeah, maybe you'll have your chance to lay your mark on in person on the aquatic mural.
Yeah, when we were out for a walk, when he was visiting Texas, we walked all the way to the beginning of my neighborhood, and I took down a gym.
Yeah.
So. But, oh, speaking of Gen 3, there is a new Gyarados. I don't mean physically a new Gyarados. I mean, there's a new Gyarados equivalent. It's one of the strongest Pokemon probably in the game, but it also takes a long time to evolve. And that is the Swablu to Altaria. It's a 2-stage evolution just like Magikarp to Gyarados, and it takes 400 candies just to evolve it.
So, better get walking.
And I'm not sure, I saw this on a news thing on Facebook. I'm not sure if this is confirmed or not, but there is a shiny Swablu. So, maybe try your luck at hunting that before you evolve it, because I swear I'm going to cry the day I find a shiny Magikarp, because I just evolved my Gyarados, like, last year. So, the end of last year. So, but I am catching every Magikarp I see just to get those candies back up.
Yeah, and so there's been more and more evidence that possibly states that Pokemon for the Switch is coming this year. More likely.
But then again, we don't know that because what happened between the Alpha and Omega games and Pokemon Sun and Moon, it was like, what, 3 years? Something like that? 2 years?
I think it was about 2 years.
I thought the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out in 2013.
I can double check that actually.
Yeah, double check that. I don't want to get my facts wrong. Because I know that Sun and Moon came out in 2016.
Let's see here. November 21st, 2014 was the release date.
So it was about 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe there'll be a year in between the Ultra games and Gen 8. Although there are many people leaning towards it coming out this year.
Yeah, because, well, they did say last year at E3 they already they did state they started working on
the new Pokemon games for the Switch.
Yeah, that they had a new staff working on the Switch title. So
yeah,
they had two teams running.
But we'll get more into that later on because we're going to talk about what we want in the next Pokemon games.
Yeah. So
we'll get more into that later on.
Yeah. So, Belgium, I meant to say, Germany.
Hang on a sec.
Hello?
Hi. This is Caitlin.
Yeah, what's up, Chris? Hi.
How you doing, babe? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong day. I thought you were supposed to work today.
Huh?
Sorry. I thought you were supposed to work today. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
This is PG, right?
Sorry about that, guys. Okay, an unannounced caller in the stream, but oh well. It's great, we're doing it live.
Wait, they couldn't hear him, right?
I don't think so. I'll rewatch the stream and edit that out if need be. So.
Yeah, because that was my boss, so.
Okay.
He thought I worked today, I don't.
Oh.
Anyway, Germany and Sweden to ban loot crates.
Or no, Belgium and Germany.
Belgium and Germany.
Yeah.
I had a feeling this was going to happen because a lot of people were complaining about it. A lot of parents, oh, I don't want my kids spending their hard-earned money on video game prizes in the game. Whoa.
Yeah, although, seriously, parents, like, them spending money on a complete randomized set of gear in Star Wars Battlefront 2 is bad.
It's no different than them buying a pack of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't care too much. Like, whoop-de... They want to say it's like gambling. I'm like, okay, if you're considering this gambling, then you might as well consider Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, baseball cards, like any of the trading card packs gambling, too. You know? Because it's completely random what the hell you're going to get. If you want any more, you know, examples of that, look at any TCG unboxing. I'm getting myself tongue-tied.
I do them all the time on my channel.
Yeah. And it's never, like, she'll open the same set of boosters, but it's never the same set of cards in each booster. It's always a different random set.
Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many evolutions I've opened looking for that one card.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, just buy it off of Amazon. But here's the thing. One, you never know what kind of condition it's going to be in. And two, it's better to pull it out of a booster than just to buy the card.
Well, I mean, if you buy it at a local card shop, that, you know, or
well, yeah, but I mean on Amazon,
cards,
it's who knows what kind of condition it can be. It could be.
Oh, yeah, true.
I'm not gonna buy it off of Amazon until we go to your local card shop.
Yeah, I'll have to I'll have to figure out a way to get to and from Dragon's Lair or Krypton Comics, one of those two locations. For
I don't think Dad would mind driving us, but
okay, yeah, because it's I don't think they're that far off. So, anyways,
Okay.
yeah, but to
But basically, a loot crate is the same as buying a TCG pack. It's a gamble.
or the loot crates IRL. It's a random box of items. I mean, or it's kind of like the Japan crates, or for me,
And so,
or another good example of this is like the Zample box, for the vaping crowd. It's for the most part like it's completely random what you're gonna get unless like they let you. I think, depending on the size of box they'll let you choose anywhere from 1 to about 5. The so e-liquids, like you could choose yourself and then they choose the rest at complete random. But for the most part, Zample box and Craftery vapes and a few of the other subscription boxes for that is also kind
but
of
yeah,
random,
like
so
you don't want your kids to gamble. Don't gamble in front of them.
yeah, basically
There
don't be
are a lot
playing
of
slots on
things
your
that
PC.
adults do that doesn't require going to a casino that could be considered gambling.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying.
like betting on sports matches.
Yeah.
All the fantasy football players out there. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Um. Anyways,
I think we should probably, before we get into the next topic, because I know you really don't like this guy, we try to put it on top of like the playlists and the description and in the description of the videos. But just a warning, this is not a kids show.
yeah.
We do talk about topics that are not for the faint of heart, and we do use some profanity, and some of like the anime and video games that we talk about are not really suited for children, like children.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
I guess this
teenagers on up.
no, what is the warning called? Not parental advisory suggested. There's another one.
User discretion advised.
Yeah. Viewer discretion advised, or I guess listener discretion advised.
Yeah.
I know I would include that once in every single show, but this is not a show for kids, so if you are going to watch it with your kids, parents, just know that there might be a couple, like, swear words. And in saying that, I know this is on my channel, and my channel I usually try to keep very kid-friendly, but that's why this has its own separate playlist.
Yeah. So I will be trying to put the rest of the episodes on her channel. So, yeah.
But just you were warned, because I don't want to get any comments like, "Oh, I was watching this with my 8-year-old and y'all were swearing." I don't want to get any comments like that. I warned you. We warned you.
Yeah. So this is before we get into some really deep shit here. With their this is actually kind of a two-parter, really, because first again, Logan Paul, he has gotten in trouble yet again.
And the reason I said that warning was before you started talking about this, because DJ really doesn't like him, so he tends to go off on rants whenever we see stuff about Logan Paul.
Yeah, so
that's why I said that warning before we got into this topic.
Yeah, so basically, this guy, this complete a-hole, he, in one of his videos, actually, this was in one video where both these things happened, and this is what got him in trouble recently. I forget the exact name of the particular vlog, but he basically saw a fish that was dying and thought, "Oh, I'm gonna take it out of the water and give it CPR." Dumbass. Fish need water to breathe. If you take a fish out of water, you're just gonna kill it faster. You know? And two, tasering rats. Okay, I get it.
Why, in your sane mind, does that seem okay?
Okay, I get it. Nobody wants rats in their house unless you have, pet rats. But those, those are domesticated. I'm talking the wild shit, that just comes in unannounced. They're like, hey, I'm going to jack your food and chew on your clothes.
Or chew up your clothes.
Yeah. Which, I actually have a few mouse holes and a few pairs of underwear. No joke. And actually a few shirts got wrecked that way too. So, so I could see the frustration he had wanting to get rid of these suckers. And so, he tasered some rats and threw them in the trash can and then tasered them again after they were dead. And which I'm like, okay, overkill, dude. You already killed them. You don't need a double tap. They aren't freaking zombies. Okay?
It's like whatever you do. It's like whenever you shoot a dead body in, like, Call of Duty or something. It's like, yeah, he's already dead. You don't need to keep shooting at him.
Yeah, just wasting ammo.
Or, spoiler alert, if you've ever played The Last of Us, towards the middle of the game, Ellie will come in contact with a bad guy. She, in her slowly deteriorating mind, she decided to, after killing him, stab him repeatedly with the knife. It's like, okay, it's overkill. It's not really, like, a necessary thing to do,
Yeah. So, basically, what happened after that is, PETA got a hold of it. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, I guess that's what they're known for. They basically contacted YouTube and, are basically complaining to them, like, this is cruelty to animals, point blank, and I won't dispute that.
It is. But, even though they're just little rats, they're still animals.
Yeah. And, like, they're like, okay, we'll temporarily take away his ads for a while and see if he, straightens up, which we all know he really never will. And people are still calling for a shutdown. And here's where part 2 comes into this whole spiel. Because, the little golden boy is getting defended by the CEO, Susan Wojcicki. She said, and I quote, that we aren't going to delete him unless he does something really screwed up 3 times in a row that gives him the 3 strikes on the 3 strikes policy. That's the only way he's going to go bye-bye. So,
of course.
Although I feel like he's already like 2 strikes in at this point. Although he hasn't gotten any community guideline strikes yet, because I checked his channel. But
I think that should count as a strike when he stole music from those guys for Handlebars.
Nah, he just jacked some lyrics. He didn't steal like the beat or anything else. He just plagiarized some lyrics. That's it.
And the whole concept for the freaking song.
Yeah.
But, like I said, YouTube loves their golden boys. Just like what happened with PewDiePie. YouTube loves PewDiePie.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Susan, but Logan Paul is far worse than what PewDiePie ever was and ever will be. I'll defend PewDiePie more than I'll ever defend Logan Paul to the day I die.
Well, we're not going to badmouth YouTube, and we're not going to badmouth Susan because, this is the platform that we do our show on.
But, in all reality...
But if we ever do get kicked off of YouTube, you can be damn sure that we're going to move the show over to Twitch.
Well, I mean, I dual stream to both Twitch and YouTube, so no worries.
I'm saying if something happened to YouTube, it would be exclusive to Twitch.
Oh, yeah. So. Yeah, and then there's another site called Smashcast as well. So.
So, apparently, Google's getting into gaming consoles now.
Yeah, so they're looking at either building their own Android-based gaming system, kind of similar to like the NVIDIA Shield,
Sorry.
or
Ugh.
have something more where you could actually store the games on the device itself. But their other idea is getting into the whole cloud gaming deal that the likes of Sony and the defunct OnLive service try to do. So that's most of what I've gotten, and there isn't anything confirmed or denied yet. It's kind of rumors at the moment that they're going to be doing this.
Would you buy a Google console?
I would. It's Android.
Especially because of how much we love our Android phones.
Yeah, I'm more apt as far as anything outside of the big three, which is Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. I would definitely get an Android console.
Because here's the thing, there's so much secret stuff that we've been able to do with Android that Apple is all like, no, it's not Apple certified. You can't do that.
Yeah. So, which,
But I think the reason more people have Apple products than Android products is because Apple's become the basic bitch of phones, just like Starbucks. I can vouch for this. My ex-boyfriend uses nothing but Apple.
Ah.
And I'm not talking about J-Dog either. I'm talking about the other one.
Yeah.
I don't want to bash exes, so I don't use their names in this stream, so that's why. Plus, he does have a channel, and I don't want you guys to find him, so.
Although one of her friends linked me a video of his that is unlisted, but very cringy.
That's J-Dog. That's not the other one. That's not the other one. Yeah, but I regret doing that video with him. I regret it 100%. Especially because I got a blister from it. But that's not important. That's not what this show's about. Anyway, Butch Hartman left Nickelodeon. The end of an era.
Yeah, so Butch Hartman, the creator of Danny Phantom,
Countless shows,
and yeah, a lot of different cartoons on there. He finally left. Mostly, I think, as far as what I got, it was mostly due to business decisions, and he wanted to go a whole different direction than Nickelodeon was. And I think another thing is I think he was starting to get bored of Fairly Odd Parents, because it's been running for so damn long.
And they ruined it. They ruined it. Okay, so it was great at the beginning. I loved it. And then they did the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, which was really good.
Yeah.
And then they did that Search for the Wand special. I can't remember what the name of that was. It was like a 4-part. Yeah. I love that one.
Channel Chasers was good, which, actually, speaking of Channel Chasers, he did release a musical number that was meant to be in the movie, but got cut for time constraints.
And then Baby Poof came along, and I'm like, okay, this is cute, Baby Poof. Although I don't understand why boy fairies have the baby instead of the girl fairies. I guess it's kind of like in The Sims, where if your male sim gets abducted by aliens, there's a chance he could get pregnant by an alien.
Yeah.
And then, so we got Baby Poof. I'm like, okay, Poof's cute. I like Poof. I like the whole idea with Poof. Then we got Sparky.
The fairy dog.
And Sparky did not last very long, I don't think. No. And I'm just like, I pretty much stopped watching it after Sparky.
Yeah,
and then there was this little girl who knows about Timmy's fairies, and they go on crazy adventures all the time with the okay, alright, that's enough. Alright.
Yeah, I say they jumped the shark at Sparky. enough said. Seriously,
And now they're going
TikTok.
swimming with this little 10-year-old girl that I don't know her name because I don't watch that show anymore.
Yeah, because now they've jumped through hoops of fire at this point.
If I do watch Fairly Odd Parents, rarely it's the older ones.
Yeah, the same thing with SpongeBob. It stopped being good after season 4.
Although I did like Atlantis Square Panis. Probably because
Yeah.
I'm just a sucker for musicals, but...
Yeah, the musical numbers in SpongeBob are always good, but I mean, need I repeat a Sweet Victory?
And Ripped Pants!
Oh yeah, and then Jellyfish Jam. Those were the good days. But as of late, that show's gone downhill too. Like Nickelodeon, and plus Nickelodeon. How stupid are you? You passed up Adventure Time. And now Cartoon Network has all the shine and glory. So, although they've kind of
Also,
scuttled that.
Nickelodeon- This is kind of a oldie, but what were you thinking giving Fred a TV show? What purpose was that for? Like,
Yeah, for real.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
I get the whole guest appearance on iCarly because that was basically about a web show. But a full TV series. Okay, and granted, Nickelodeon wasn't the only one who did this. With trying to turn a web series into a TV series.
Oh
They did it
yeah, the
wrong.
annoying Orange and Friends.
Yes. Yeah, that
There
was
were like
just-
so many Nickelodeon shows that didn't last very long, like Breadwinners, Tough Puppy. Like, some of them were really good and they didn't last very long. Breadwinners wasn't one of them. But, like, you shouldn't start a concept and then get people into the show and then just flat out cancel it. I mean, there were some shows I understood why they got canceled. Like, Breadwinners was pushing the box. Sanjay and Craig was pushing the limit. Loud House was okay. But also, just a quick question for Cartoon Network fans. Would you support them making another total drama arc? Or do you think that series has been done to death? What do you think?
In my opinion, it's been done to death. The whole reality TV show parody cartoon is just... Ugh.
It was a good idea back in the, like, early mid-2000s when it came out. It was funny back then.
See, and the other one I kind of liked was 16. And that's just because the whole...
I
character-
admit I probably shouldn't have been watching it at the age I was watching it at, but I didn't care. But I think Cartoon Network used to be a place for, like, young, like, 13 and 12, like, teens and young teens.
Yeah,
And
like,
it still
especially-
is. I don't think that Cartoon Network has ever been, like, a kids channel.
Yeah, I mean, they've tried to be like Nickelodeon and copy the Nick Jr. Disney, Playhouse Disney / Disney Jr. like block with Tickle You, if anybody remembers that load of shit. So.
No, I've never even heard of that.
Oh God. Okay, let's just say here you were saved from. Yeah, you dodged a bullet then. That thing was an utter fucking travesty during the summer.
By the way, just a random topic. Did you know that one of the people that used to play one of the Teletubbies ended up doing lesbian porn?
Let me guess. It was either Lala or Pose actor.
I don't remember. But I just find that ironic, that's all I'm saying. Anyway. GameStop employees having to work holidays.
Yeah, so starting last year, they... For a while, they weren't having to work holidays, but as of last year, they started having them work on Thanksgiving now because of lower sales volume. And they're trying to basically compete with Walmart and the like that are open on Thanksgiving Day, which this really sucks, especially since my store was also open on Thanksgiving Day. And I'm like, and mind you, I work grocery retail. I'm like, who the hell is going to come shopping for groceries on Thanksgiving Day for a turkey last frickin' minute?
Well, I mean, I understand if you were making the stuffing and you forgot, like, the cranberry sauce and you had to run in and grab a can. I'm guilty of that. I've done that. But, like, no one's gonna come, like, full circle grocery shopping on Thanksgiving Day. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah, so I don't know who would be going shopping at GameStop on a holiday. Like, what? Right, out of your mind. Like, I'm sorry, but
Like,
holidays...
literally, those GameStop employees are just going to be sitting in there listening to that GameStop TV program that they always have running and playing on their phones. That's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, because...
I mean, I don't mind getting paid for sitting around and playing on my phone, mind you, but
yeah,
it's going to be a very boring day for them, for the most part. And, like, I understand the frustration of having to work on holidays because I work at a job that never ever closes because there are always going to be sick people that have to be fed. So
yeah, hospitals, I can understand working holidays.
it sucks.
Retail, I'm sorry. You should be spending time with your families, not having to worry about, oh, and are we gonna hit this sales quota today?
No. Anyway, so this is a debate, and if you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I tweeted this. It said, "True love is arguing with your fiance at 5 a.m. about Sailor Moon."
Yes. So,
Like, he thinks that Sailor Moon Crystal is better or just as good as the original anime. I say the original anime is better, and nobody can convince me otherwise.
Well, here's my arguments for Sailor Moon Crystal actually being very good. They actually got really good voice acting, very good scripting, and best of all, a really kick-ass soundtrack.
And a rushed plot.
I wouldn't exactly say it's rushed.
She killed... Oh, spoiler alerts, by the way.
Queen Natalia
Killed all 4 generals at the same time. With with an orbital death laser.
Yeah.
If you had the power to create a death laser, you could have just killed Sailor Moon right there, instantly like that.
Along with the rest of the Sailor Scouts and Luna. So...
And your problem's over. But no, you use it on the 4 Why?
Why would you use it on your henchmen? Okay. But anyways, back to my defense of it. The animation is actually pretty decent. And to be honest, I kind of actually like the CG art style they went with.
I think to me the animation looks like rushed and it looks poorly. It doesn't do the original anime justice to me.
I mean, and what they did with Sailor Moon for SMC is similar to what happened with Dragon Ball Z and DBZ Kai, where they cut out a lot of the filler. And what I mean by cutting out a lot of the filler, a lot of the episodes where they're just hanging out. Like, it's just straight into the action, for the most part. Like,
that's why it feels rushed.
I'm one of those types who wants to get straight into the action and not have to sit through a ton of jibber jabber for about 2 or 3 episodes long in an arc, and then because there have been whole arcs of Bleach that are like that. whole arcs of Naruto and One Piece that have been like that.
Not to mention the whole Orange Island season of Pokemon was pretty much just pointless filler.
Yeah. So basically, they're cutting out the filler in Silver Moon Crystal. That's what I'm saying. And the best part of it...
Any other pointless arguments you care to make?
The soundtrack.
Oh, boy.
It is so much better. It is so much better. Okay, I can see where the fans would be like, but they should have kept the original theme song. Okay, I see your argument there, but the whole rest of the soundtrack, which, by the way, is actually composed by the same guy, or same person, who did the soundtrack for Naruto. Don't believe me?
Oh, that's gonna save your argument for me.
No. Hear me out here. The reason why I say this is because with Sailor Mars' transformation theme, it sounded like something straight out of Naruto, which has like a lot of like traditional Japanese instruments and orchestral mixed with hard rock. And
he's not helping himself right now. I'm not a Naruto fan, so he's not helping himself at all.
Okay, let's just say here that you should at least give the episode where they meet Sailor Mars a shot in SMC, and you'll see where I'm coming from of how epic it ends up turning to be.
Okay, I'm gonna argue my points now.
Okay.
I don't know which YouTuber this was, and don't say who it is. I'm not calling anybody out. But there was one YouTuber who watched Sailor Moon Crystal. She said, I noticed that in the original, they didn't do this in the original anime, but they made Sailor Venus seem like this big hero, and they had the girls know who she was right out of the gate. They did that in the original anime. In the first episode, or second episode, you can see Usagi, or Serena, if you're watching the English dub, the Deke dub, looking at a poster of Sailor V. They're talking about the new Sailor V video game, and how Serena was like, I wish I could be like her, wouldn't that be fun? They did that in the original anime, girl, so shut up. And second of all, you didn't get me started on the theme song, because whether you're watching the Deke dub or the original English-Japanese dub, the theme song is amazing. I've got both versions on my phone. It's instantly recognizable. If you play that at a convention, everybody's going to burst out into song.
Agreed.
You will have a whole room, a whole arena of people singing Fighting Evil by Moonlight, Winning Love by Daylight. You will have everybody singing that song.
Okay.
It's one of the most recognizable anime theme songs in the entire world of anime.
Right alongside Cruel Angel's Cruel Angel's Thesis for Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's another one that everyone breaks out into song over. The Pokemon theme song, and of course Tank by the Seatbelts for Cowboy Bebop. Everybody knows those songs. And I can see the argument from the fans that, you know, the original theme song should have been put into Sailor Moon Crystal. I'm sure as hell somebody's made an edit of the intro with that going on.
I mean, even if she's not like, it's not the main theme, but maybe since obviously they changed it so it's more up to date, so she's got modern technology, they could have her laying on her bed reading her manga, listening to that theme song on her CD player or something.
Yeah. Now, there is another, you know, as I said, the voice acting is great. In fact, for those who are fans of Miraculous and League of Legends, Christina V is the voice of Sailor Mars. So, that's the other reason why I like it. Although,
That's such a Mars fangirl.
Or
Fanboy, sorry. I'm tired. I'm not awake yet.
But
But it's the nostalgia feature. Sailor Moon's been out for 20 plus years, and people are still talking about the original.
well, also, I mean, as that other YouTuber you're talking about that said the thing about, you know, Sailor V not really being noticed in the original, which, you know, we both know is kind of BS. But,
Absolutely.
because, actually, it was even that way in the live-action adaptation known as Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. And, yes, there was a live-action version. If you don't believe me, look it up yourself.
So cringe.
It's not that cringy. It's, like, granted, it's Japanese only. It only came out in Japan, which I'm surprised it never came to the States. Because basically, it was like if Sailor Moon met Power Rangers.
Yeah,
That's kinda
exactly.
how the choreography was. But it was pretty decent and followed along with the story. And now, I'd say, you know, with the factor that it does go a little bit quicker on the storyline, actually gets it to less amount of episodes to go through to watch season per season. Where the original Sailor Moon is like 200 plus episodes.
But here's the
I think
thing.
it's like
It's
65.
an anime
right now
I
for
really
episodes.
enjoy. I don't mind the filler. I don't mind watching all the pointless, ludicrous episodes. I watched the Orange Island season of the original Pokemon because I loved the original Pokemon.
Same
Just
here.
like I'll watch the filler episodes of Sailor Moon because I actually like that anime. Just like I'll watch countless episodes of Inuyasha and Kagome chasing after Kagura.
Yeah,
If
and
it's anime I really enjoy, I don't mind watching the filler.
yeah, but then
It's just
again,
more screen time with the characters that you love and grew up with, or
Yeah.
are growing up with. If you're the new generation watching the old generation.
granted, as she said that, you know, Sailor Moon Crystal is kind of meant for the new generation to get into it.
But then you got that one person who says my top 5 reasons why Sailor Moon Crystal should not be your intro to Sailor Moon.
Yeah, and as she was mentioning, or I think CJ was her name, there was one other Magical Girls series she forgot to mention. And she was talking about other really good Magical Girls series for who...
Madoka Magica?
No, besides Madoka Magica. And the other one she talked about, she forgot the Precure series.
Oh boy.
Because, I mean, a lot of stuff in the Precure series kind of follows a little bit similar to Sailor Moon. Everything, like, no joke, in the very first episode, Emily, or I forget her Japanese dub name, but, it's basically, we'll just go by their Cure names. Okay, Cure Happy or Glitter Lucky. She's, you know, she ends up late for class, runs across a magical creature, realizes she's late for class and whatnot. Sound familiar? Storyline ripped from Sailor Moon. So, and although I had a dream of this, but I have a feeling this might actually happen. That, you know, one of these days, a group of cosplayers may do the Bad End Precure, and then another group of, for the Sailor Moon side, are going to be doing, you know, the dark versions, like evil versions of the Sailor Scouts.
The Shadow
And
Senshi.
Yeah, yeah, and it's
Gonna go bad.
it's basically gonna be an all-out debate. Although,
Of who did it first.
yeah, when technically Sailor Moon was the first Magical Girl series to do the whole, you know, character turned evil arc in the Magical Girl genre. Example of this, Chibiusa turned into Black Lady when she got mind controlled by Queen Beryl, or I think, was it Beryl or Natalia at that point?
Beryl.
Yeah. So, I forget how long Beryl was in control of the
I don't remember exactly. I think it might have been Queen Natalia, actually.
But yeah.
But my point is, I just like to end this argument. Otherwise, we're gonna be here a long time. I just think that the original Sailor Moon's better, but it's really up to you guys to decide down in the comments which you think is better.
Yeah. So now, there has been some recent news that there is a possibility that there's going to be a connection between Pocket Camp and New Leaf. And from what's been put out is that there might be an update coming out that kind of goes into the little camp area of your town, I think, or something of that nature. And there's going to be a connection between your Nintendo account on the 3DS and your phone, and there's going to be some back and forth with those two, or you might be able to trade items or something. I didn't read.
If that's the case, I will re-download Pocket Camp. But other than that, I probably won't.
I do have the article on my Facebook if you want to look at that. So, but, and then I guess the whole thing with Pokemon Ultra Prism, I guess, is the next topic.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ultra Prism is the newest set of the card game coming out. It is the base set for the second half of Gen 7.
Yeah.
And y'all might all know this, there's actually a shortage of Ultra Prism. A lot of stores are selling out of it, and a lot of people are worried that they're not going to reprint it. They're going to reprint it. Everybody's after this set because of those super mega ultra rare gold cards.
Which, by the way, she pulled one in one of her videos.
No, not those gold cards. Those are secret rares. I'm talking about the hyper rare, extremely hard to find, nearly $100 gold cards.
Oh, yeah, because you pulled one of the Prism cards.
I pulled a Prism card. I pulled a... Did I pull a full art? I didn't pull a full art.
Let's check again, but...
I pulled a secret rare gold card. I'm talking about the hyper rare. This is like rarer than the rainbow rares, which another reason I think people are after this set is because of the full art and rainbow rare Espeon, Glaceon, and Leafeon, which a lot of people like the Leafeon. But a lot of people are after this set because of those Prism cards, those hyper rare gold cards. I'll show you a picture of the gold cards afterwards.
Actually, let's see here. Let's go to eBay. And I'll just type in...
Search Ultra Prism gold card. One's Lunala is Lunala and Solgaleo. The Necrozma versions of Lunala and Solgaleo.
Has anyone pulled a gold card yet? Oh, yep. And right now, Solgaleo GX Ultra Prism gold card. Gold secret rare is going for $78. The Lunala GX secret rare gold is going for $49.79. Peking red card. Well, okay, so a trainer is going for 99. Well, it has 0 bids right now.
I'm just saying, basically the reason they're selling out of Ultra Prism really fast is because there is a lot of high dollar cards in this set.
Oh god, someone just took a picture of their screen for a gold card they pulled in Pokemon trading card game online. Yeah, but
Okay,
yeah,
DJ, alright.
I'm not finding the Leafeon on here. I'm finding Lunala
The
and
Leafeon's
Solgaleo.
not a gold card. The Leafeon's not a gold card.
Oh. Wait, what?
A lot of people after the Leafeon full art, but I'll talk more about that. Anyway, what we want, but basically, Ultra Prism is a set I really like. I opened it on my channel, I think, last week or the week before. And I got a couple good pulls. You can go watch that video if you want. But they're selling out of it because, like I said, there's a bunch of high-dollar rare cards in that set. And a lot of people are wanting that set. So if you go to your local store and they don't have any Ultra Prism, don't panic. They will get more, I promise. And what we want in the next Pokemon games this year or next year, we're going to try and keep the list to a minimum. If you want us to make a whole video on this, we can do that. But let's try to keep this to a little minimum, okay? I know one thing I don't want in the next game.
Yeah?
Rotom decks.
Yeah, Rotom needs to go bye-bye.
Or any type of talking decks that talks to you.
Okay,
Because here's the thing.
Hold on. I wouldn't mind a talking dex if it was, you know, voice acted, kind of similar to like the Pokédex in the anime.
The
If
anime.
it's like that, you know, where it just tells you, or it just reads you the info on the Pokemon via voice. That I wouldn't mind. You know? But the whole creepy lines thing, that needs to go. But yeah, yeah, the full arts are actually going for quite a bit of money.
I told you. But,
Yeah.
like, you can go on Facebook and see countless screenshots, or on Google, of just Rotom being a creepo.
Yeah.
And I've talked about this on this show before, so I'm not going to rant about it.
Yeah.
But I do not want to see Rotom decks in Gen 8.
Yeah. The other thing, I'd love to see fully voice acted lines on top of the text box. You know, like, it wouldn't be that much harder to do, because, I mean, hey, Nintendo, if you can do it for Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, you could so well do it for Pokemon. And I wouldn't mind having full voice acting instead of having to constantly tap A over and over and over and over again for, you know, text box entries.
So,
Oh yeah, and on top of the fully animated cutscenes, might as well have those voice acted too while you're at it. Like, if it takes it, grab the cast from that's currently doing the voice for the anime in the regions and go about it that way, you know. Because a lot of the same characters that show up in the anime are also in the game. So,
all the characters that show up in the anime are in the game except for Ash.
yeah, Ash is the only exception.
Because Ash replaces the player character. But, regardless,
Which
Nintendo, to make the game more submersive, they like to have silent protagonists. AKA Mario, Link, player character, and Pokemon.
actually Mario isn't as much of a silent protagonist.
But, you know, nodding and going, is pretty silent to me.
Nah, but he also says, like, Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, well,
he actually does say some actual lines of voice acting. Charles Martinet,
as
by the way,
opposed
who is the voice
as opposed to Link, who just has battle cries.
Yeah, and grunts. Right? Yeah. Yeah. That's all Link does.
But yeah, and so I approve of the whole not having to have an HM slave thing.
Actually, there is one other silent protagonist in video games you kind of forgot about. Gordon Freeman of the Half-Life series, which everybody is still clamoring for in Half-Life 3, which will never fucking happen. And I guess I might as well also bring up Kingdom Hearts 3, which, you know, the new Monsters Inc. world has been announced. And I'm just like, Square, any more announcements for new worlds? I'm sorry, but it's been almost 10, 15 years since the last core console title, not including the HD remasters. And Kingdom Hearts 3, as I said it on Facebook and on Twitter, I'm like, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be the Duke Nukem Forever of action RPGs. Enough said.
But anyway, basically, what I want to see in the new Pokemon game is something amazing, something different. I like character customization, so I'd like to keep that, but maybe expand it a little bit more. I mean, your hairstyle options were pretty limited in this last game.
Yeah. I was actually kind of sick and tired of having to choose which version of the game over what color hair. That shouldn't be a version exclusive thing.
And some clothing color options are version exclusive.
Yeah, like, okay, I can understand legendaries being an exclusive thing and certain Pokemon being an exclusive thing, but no.
Yeah, so it has the tradability. So it has the tradability to play with your friends. That's why they do that.
Yeah, but we can't trade outfits, though. That's the thing.
Exactly. Like, you've got the Sun version, which is what I prefer. And they've got, like, the pinks, the reds, the yellows, the oranges. But I kind of wanted, like, blues and blacks and purple, you know?
Yeah, that's
and then they've got the more cool, darker colors, which I prefer for clothes, in the Moon version, which is what he prefers.
Yeah. So
I actually bought both versions of the Ultra games. I'm at the Pokemon League on Ultra Sun right now, but I'm not touching Ultra Moon until my trip, which we will talk more about at the end of the show.
Yeah.
And last but not least, predictions for reveals for Nintendo this year.
Well,
obviously, we already talked about the Pokemon games are most likely going to be revealed this year.
Yeah, that's a dug given. What I'm thinking is probably going to be revealed is, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, is definitely going to get shown. And if the leaks are to be believed, a new Luigi's Mansion, which I'm actually going to start playing that because I have that on my Dolphin emulator. Legit backup, by the way. I used Clean Rip on the Nintendo Wii to rip my GameCube games to ISOs, so can't say I'm a pirate. But basically, a new Luigi's Mansion would be kind of cool, especially for a main core console release, because this is the other reason why I say that the Wii U kind of flopped, because a lot of the good games that should have been on the Wii U, they put on the 3DS. And if they would have put those on the Wii U more, it might have succeeded further. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to a new Luigi's Mansion. I'm definitely looking forward to a new Smash. And from what reports are to be believed, it's going to be a whole new game. It's not going to be a remaster of Smash 4.
And it's not gonna get the Mario Kart and Pokken treatment, which is deluxe with a few new characters.
Although, I personally wouldn't mind if it's just Smash Deluxe. I wouldn't mind if that were the case. And
I would love for it to be Smash Deluxe with, like, maybe half or all of the 3DS DLC already pre-downloaded.
Well, I mean, the DLC was actually cross-platform between both the 3DS and the Wii U. You actually had the option to buy
But you get my point.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to fight with Bayonetta, and I don't have the money to download her, so... Plus, at this point, the lag on the 3DS is so bad, I don't want to waste the money. I'm just going to wait for the Switch version.
Yeah, that and... I just can't stand the circle pad on the 3DS for a lot of games. I am too used to, like, a full analog stick, kind of similar to, like, basically, Nintendo, you should have done what the PlayStation Vita did, and not do this circle pad nonsense, because I also have an iOS controller that has a similar kind of setup, and it's...
And here's the thing. I want a new Animal Crossing game on the Switch. I will be in line to buy that game. I love the Animal Crossing franchise.
Wait. So you're proposing we go to the midnight launch?
No, talking about the next day.
Oh, no, because most people are going to be all lined up for the midnight launch. No one goes the day, or not many people go the day after. A lot of the rush is for the midnight launch. Which I'm sure I could get a cheap Uber ride to,
Would you take an Uber in the Woodlands at 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't.
Why not?
Sweetie, you haven't lived in the Woodlands as long as I have. It's not a fun place at night, trust me.
What, a lot of drunks?
I'll explain later. But anyway, so that's my prediction, is that they're going to reveal a new Animal Crossing game, and it's probably going to come out around, like, Christmas time.
Yeah, and of course...
I'm also pretty excited for the new Kirby game for the Switch. Not so much Yoshi. I haven't played many of the Yoshi games in the franchise. Because my sister got Yoshi's Island one year for the original DS. And I was like, okay, I like Yoshi. Yoshi's cute. I never could get into it.
Oh, just be thankful you never played the original, or Super Mario World 2. Which... that was Yoshi's first appearance, and every time he got hit by an enemy, wah, 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 as freaking baby Mario was in a damn bubble.
I know. I remember that from the DS version.
Oh,
but,
God, that carried over. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I can see why you never got into that game.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple of Kirby games in the franchise that I never really played either. Like, I loved Kirby Planet Robobot for the 3DS and Kirby Triple Deluxe. I never played Kirby's Epic Yarn, and I never played the Clay one that was on the Wii U.
Actually, I heard Epic Yarn is basically Kirby on easy mode. Which, okay, I have one thing to say here.
They say that Kirby's Epic Yarn is a very kid-targeted game.
It's, like, ultra easy. Anybody, like, it doesn't matter the experience. Like, the most experienced people, the most hardcore of hardcore players, could speed run that game in 2 hours. That's what I've heard. Because it's that damn easy. And, you know, as we're on this topic of games being made too easy versus others being made too hard, what I've noticed with the Zelda series, it started out difficult with the NES and Super Nintendo versions, but then N64 through GameCube, things were
Oh,
a bit on
guys!
the easy side, But now, and even I'd say Skyward Sword was kind of easy compared to.
You only got halfway through that game.
Yeah. Still though, it didn't have all the bullshit that's in Breath of the Wild. AKA, I'm talking the stupid stamina meter. I'm talking the stupid weapons breaking. Like, what the hell? Like,
well, I mean, if it took too much damage, your shield could break in Skyward Sword, but nothing else.
yeah, but like it wouldn't be like, oh, 10 hits of my sword, boom, break. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, so.
By the way, I just got a update just now on my phone from Pokemon Go, and I didn't think we were going to talk about Pokemon Go in this video again.
Yeah.
But
Breaking news!
to celebrate the Lunar New Year, if you catch any of the dog-type Pokemon, meaning Eevee, Snubbull, Electrike, Growlithe, Poochyena, you get triple the stamina if you catch any of the dog-type Pokemon.
Or you mean triple the candy?
No, it said triple the stamina.
Weird.
Stardust.
Oh, yeah,
not
Stardust,
stamina. I'm sorry, we were talking about stamina and I said stamina. I'm sorry. It's triple the Stardust if you catch any of the dog-like Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I think other than, like, personal, that's what we were pretty much all going to talk about.
Yeah, so, I think, in personal topics here, I am starting to get packed up to move to Texas, and, we will be getting things going in, actually, where we're both in the same office, so we'll both have the same voice quality, and it'll be a lot clearer than what it is now. So, and as you would kind of notice, the difference between my voice with the blue snowball here versus her on her phone, like you can kind of tell like who's in almost studio quality versus the call.
All right, okay.
But,
I gave you that white snowball for your information.
Yeah, but it will be like almost full studio quality with after the move because we'll be in the same office. So, and
what we want to do is probably 2 episodes a month if we can do that, or 1 episode a month.
Yeah, 1 to 2 episodes a month. That's what we're planning on doing, and I know
because originally this was going to be a weekly show, but work was like, you're not doing this stuff weekly. We're not going to let you.
So, because our work schedules are kind of scattered, and, you know, mine's even more scattered than hers, and a lot of times when I have days off, she has to work, and when she's off, I have to work, and blah, 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 that whole
And then when I get off, I am just absolutely exhausted and don't want to do anything, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's...
But
that's the main thing.
In my personal life, aside from work, I am planning a trip to go up to Omaha to have him show me around and help him pack. So that'll be in April.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
Yeah, I'm currently in the process of decluttering and getting rid of some trash and whatnot, and
so probably like June, July, expect a few, like probably a lot more videos from the both of us, like together.
Yeah. And I think if you want, we could do at least one episode together in April before we pack up the setup and go. So
we'll see. And we will do those audiobook readings that we promised you guys. It's just the process of getting like readers and stuff like that, because when you have a story with like 8 characters, you don't want to have one female voice all 8 of them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, unless
So
you're,
I gotta try and get.
unless you're someone like Elamonti or Brizzy voices.
Okay, whatever. But you don't. I'm trying to get some of my friends on YouTube and some of my friends to voice characters for me. I might even ask Kaylee to voice a character for me.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, Kagome may make an appearance on top of many others, and we'll actually try to do a live cold reading. So, because with this channel, fuck it, we're doing it live.
isn't that like Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah.
I was right! Yay!
So yeah, and apparently
But-
no chat this week. But then again, the time period, a bunch of people are still out at work, but they'll catch the show later. So
The reason we're doing it so early today is because I have to go run some errands tonight. So that's why.
yeah.
But I think that's all we're gonna talk about.
Yeah, so, have a good day.
I have a thing I want to start doing,
Okay.
by the way. At the end of every show, I want to give the viewers a challenge, and
Okay.
because me and you are both music lovers, so I want to recommend a song of the week, or
Okay.
a song of the episode, I guess, and we can each recommend one song.
Alright.
So, my song that I'm going to recommend you guys listen to, if you guys do like rock alternative type music, it is called Partners in Crime by Set It Off.
Yeah, and I guess, let's see here. I'll look through my library here. And I would say here, my recommendation is Yogi and Skrillex, Burial. It's one of my favorite songs, introduced in two parts, actually. First heard a little bit of it during Arby's commercials, which, okay, the instrumental kind of steals a little bit from the beat to Mercy by Lil Wayne and Kanye West and all that. But and then basically the other part of me getting introduced to that song was via Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, which was a good game, by the way. So with all the updates out for it, it's actually good now.
So, yeah, but this show's running pretty long. We're already at hour 18 minutes, so...
Yeah.
So, we're gonna go ahead and go, guys, and we hope that you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you guys probably in, 2 weeks?
Yep, 2 weeks.
Alright, bye, you guys!
Peace.